senseless by the AI in the campaign.
Oh, which campaign was that?
I was going back through the Battlestar Galactica Deadlock campaign on hard, on the hardest difficulty.
Oh, Fleet Admiral level, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, Jesus Christ, am I having my ass handed to me? Or, well, was having my ass handed to me. I haven't touched that save in a while, and honestly, it's reached a point where I'm not sure it's recoverable with the situation it's delving into.
It can happen sometimes.
Eh, I should have spent some more time preparing.
Well, thank you for playing with me and allowing me to record on my YouTube channel. Our
You're
first
welcome.
attempt, our first attempt at a match resulted in someone hijacking the match, which is something that hasn't happened to me in over a year because the game has not been that popular. Sales have been driven by the company. If they want to move product, they drop the price about. They actually started giving away the game, and the various feature packs they reduced the price of as well. But when the base game was released for free, there was a wave of people playing this game. But
I don't think there's many people playing this game nowadays, more because of the fact that it's just... Battlestar has kind of once again receded back into the back of people's minds, where it's just not the big thing anymore.
I believe that would be
like when this game came out, it was definitely like one of the biggest things.
Well, the main reason is the studios, after promising to base an entire television network off this series, changed their minds and canceled the series after running it through a series of showrunners and writers that got people excited. In the end, Mr. Robot's creator didn't know enough about the genre to do the writing himself, and his showrunner choices were just basically too busy to do the job. So it was most unfortunate.
Yeah, it's very unfortunate how things ended up turning out.
Oh, they may eventually decide to do more.
I will probably try to resume my little escapades in the Fleet Admiral difficulty again at some point.
Well,
But
maybe you can get a co-host.
I won't lie, the AI definitely did go ahead and just slap me so hard that I ended up basically breaking. The situation in the campaign, if I remember it correctly, was not going great. You know what? I think I'm gonna, after this match, I'll show you how the situation in the campaign had developed.
Okay, that's cool. We're happy to do that. Okay, this is
So you do kind of need to turn yourself up a bit. You're a bit quiet still.
okay. I'm also not talking very much right now. I'm just a little bit. I, I have trouble making the 240-second setup on this game because this fleet is a little bit high maintenance.
Roger.
I will try and turn up my gain somehow if I can. I mean, my indicator on the OBS is saying that I'm almost peaking it. I don't know where the volume is getting eaten up.
I'm guessing your audio through Discord is a lot lower.
Oh, I can adjust Discord. That's right. I'll try that next after I get this. All right, now don't remember where it was. Control A. Z, launch all fighters. Yeah. Okay. 54 seconds to get some kind of defense rigged up here. We'll be checking Discord settings very shortly. let's go to let's switch to Discord settings quickly and see what I have. Let's see. Okay. Yes, if I even knew what to change in Discord, that would probably be helpful. Little gear guy, I guess. Voice and video, I suppose that's what you want to focus the gain on. Oh yes, input volume, I can do that.
What's your info, people? Check your solutions before engaging.
How's my voice sound now?
Oh, that sounds a lot better.
I just raised it from 70 to 90. Thank you, though, for pointing it out at least. I also started up a campaign game when my season 3 ended of the Battlestar Mercury book series, but I didn't finish it because it started to get high maintenance, and it was actually boring because all my fleets were the same, basic same fleets, either 2 Mercuries and a couple of Valkyries, or sometimes a combination with Mercury, Jupiter 2, and it got to be very monotonous.
Understandable.
Without the other ship types, I realized I made a mistake there, so I moved on to other topics.
Deploying Marines.
Alright, let's see here. How's that guy doing here? Did I get that set up correctly? Yes, okay. So all I need to do for sure on this turn.
Yes, Commander.
I think if the multiplayer had gotten more game modes and had been a bit more expanded upon, it probably would have been. The game probably would have had some more staying power.
Yeah, 2-on-2 co-op would have been great, or 2-on-2 PvP actually would have been awesome. Everybody was asking
A
for it.
multiplayer campaign would also be nice, where you could face
Yes.
off against. Like you could even set it to be like where you have like the war before, the Silent War with Vergon and
Yeah,
what was the other one? Or fighting each other.
Vergon and some of one of the other nearby colonies. It wouldn't have been that hard to do from the programming standpoint. You could have reused a lot of the same code, because if you can play 2-on-1, 2-on-2 is not that big a difference. It's just a parameter in a programming function.
Is even set up like an alternate timeline like campaign where.
Also, how much work would it have been to set up a modern campaign to help people play out scenarios on the second Silent War? I can understand based on my
A lot of potential was lost with this game.
Yeah.
It still looks great, and I could see the basis of this game being reused for some other franchises as well.
Yeah, the combat system is pretty good.
Yeah, the naval combat in this is fairly decent, and I do like it.
Tweaks need to be made on the power of fighters and the number of fighters flying, because the squadrons are much lighter compared to the actual game. But I understand the Unity engine they chose was also a choice. And what can you do? Unfortunately, my fighter configuration is relatively complicated, but it'll get easier once they're all launched and where they need to be.
It's 18 whole fighter squadrons.
Oh, you're
Quite
counting.
the capacity. Quite the interesting fleet you got there. 6 ships, but 18 fighter squadrons. Not many ships in Colonial Fleet can carry 3 squadrons at once.
Yes, actually, although I won't tell you right now because of the disadvantage it would cost me, it's a dead giveaway for one of the particular types of ships that I've brought. It's a tell when I go, so much so that I wouldn't recommend launching all my various aircraft at the same time in order to hide that fact to people who are playing against humans. But all right, now let's go with that.
Well, to run my thought process here at the moment, I know you have to have a Battlestar. Well, you have to have 2 Battlestars because you've launched 18 fighters and you've also sent out 2 PCMs. So I know 2 of those ships are definitely Battlestar class
Yeah.
because they have munition launching capabilities. And the Atlas, being the heavy carrier of the Colonial Fleet, cannot launch munitions.
That
So
is
I know at least
correct.
2 of those are Battlestars.
That is correct.
Held the border. Keep them out of the CIG.
Well, some of my worst fears have been realized.
What are those?
Those are Mercury class.
Oh, I see you've got some recon on me somehow.
I'm on it, Commander.
Love how only left shift key in this game works.
All right, so that's your PCM carriers. Your classic tactic of the reinforcement raptors.
Yep, I'm outed now.
Oh, now I know your back line is made up of defenders.
Yeah, I ran a science experiment yesterday with them that was a bloody failure. I mean, I won the match, but that wasn't really the point. The point was they were supposed to take out a heavy ship, and they failed to do so.
Yep.
I sent them as a high attack force trying to take out fire control, and it just didn't work. A game whose potential was not realized. Battlestar Galactica Deadlock.
And
Still a good game.
this is definitely going to be a battle that's going to be a struggle for me. Because I did not bring a fleet that would be up to the task of this. At least not in this configuration.
Oops, sorry about that.
Originally was planning to perform a pincer maneuver, but yeah, that ain't gonna work with 2 Mercury classes like that.
Yeah.
You have 28 seconds, by the way.
Yeah, unfortunately, I'm very slow. I didn't take all my...
It happens to the best of us.
I'll try and go faster later in the game. But right now, I'm just having trouble moving my mouse around. I should have fired over a missile or something to test your fleet, but I didn't.
Squadron is taking fire. Combat hostile.
Yeah, fuck, I hit the sensitivity button on my mouse.
Yeah, I've been playing
There
with
we
those
go.
settings to make it better, easier for me to do things I need to do. It has not been a successful experiment yet.
Deploying Marines.
I'm putting a lot of pieces on the board here as a gamble. Let's hope it pays off. I always like zooming in on the missiles. I like how they're modeled. They didn't have to be, but they are.
Yeah.
Too bad all my missiles got shot down.
First round only. Don't worry, there'll be more opportunities. All right, 13 seconds. What do I want to do next?
Always fun watching my ships open up with the guns. I love the gun turrets. I love all the effects that go on in this game. They're lovely.
I do too.
Which is another reason why I say it would make for a great game that's like it's a great base for a game, and it's sad that they haven't like more or less just reused the existence of the game for something else.
Yeah, I think they used the same programming model for the 40K game they created after this. But I'm not sure about that. I'm not really sure.
Maybe.
I'm not a game programmer per se. I'm a systems programmer in real life, and there's a lot of things that are similar, and there's a lot of things that are not similar. So
Probably. Could be possible.
the function talk I was discussing earlier, just programming techniques allow you to reuse your code, and reused code is valuable code. All right, 46 seconds to go. I'm going to stop with my turn because I'm look at the bullets.
Oh, here come the torps.
Combat hostile.
Okay, we know what your fleet looks like now, so we're going to recall all these birds so they don't get shot down. Keep the Marines in case you board me, like my opponents love to board me for some reason. Still haven't really learned how to use Twitch yet. Probably gonna have to get some lessons or something. Twitch and OBS are a powerful combination. But, that's already set. That's already set.
You boys have your guns within range. Start picking apart those fighters. They're just gonna stand there. Might as well shoot them.
Oh, I'll gladly retreat them. Actually, I've already programmed in a retreat this turn. The question is, are they going to follow their orders, or is their wild CAG going to go on the attack? Seem to have programmed a lot of independence into this game. The ability for CAGs to not follow orders.
Deploying Marines.
Next wave of torpedoes should be available next turn. Manticores are in position to begin the turkey shoot. Minerva is already firing.
Turkey shoot. Let's check my weapons range here. What can I do? Probably not a whole lot right now. And I ran out of time again in the turn.
Deploying countermeasures.
All right, you boys begin breaking off.
Looks like my fighters went rogue and did their own thing here.
Yes, sir.
Some of my fighters' squadrons were pretty nicely damaged there. Very nicely done.
Yes, sir.
So, okay. Amazing range I got of these guns here. I think my turn in 50 seconds early for those of you who are suffering at home with the lack of action.
Friendly squadron is dark. Missiles incoming.
Damn.
Okay, that worked out relatively well for the home team. Wow, what a solution, what a firing solution on those inbound fighters. Nice ship variety, though. I like the ship variety you used. Of course, my defenders are completely useless now because they're all up high and you're not. I have one fighter, one of my Battlestars has 57% solution on your forward squadron with the 20.
Yeah, I noticed you're boosting them.
Yeah, I switched from navigation boost to gunfire boost. That's the plan. That's the best. Well, statistically, that's probably the best use of the defenders. Oops.
Enemy in my kill shot.
Oh, that's gonna hurt.
Yeah, it is not hurt. I have to defend against those missiles. Flag right. Okay. I'm betting I have PCMs ready too, but check out Mr. Mercury here. No PCMs ready. It was a good move to turn on the flag. Okay, I don't think my fighter's rushing into Armageddon like they are. Doing some
I still
experiment.
think it's dumb that in the campaign there's no retreat button either.
Yeah, I think that was another thing that should have been easy to program. That wasn't done. Because there's a retreat function built into the. Isn't there a retreat function? But you can retreat individual ships in the campaign battles, yes. But you can't do that in PvP.
Yeah. In the campaign, I wish it was a function because there were times where I just wanted to leave.
Yep.
the situation had very much developed not in my favor. But nope, had to lose the whole fleet instead of just retreating.
Somebody's busy in the kitchen.
Priming solution is online.
Friendly squadron is dark.
Our defenders are reduced to taking on a Manticore, which is really not fair on either side. Picking on Manny the Manticore here, huh? So Manny's too fast for me. Specifically not using the fighters to attack capital ships because it's just boring.
Covering fire.
Because if I start to lose, I might change my mind on that.
Yeah, I'm really not commanding this fleet well.
Could be a little bit of gunnery clinic here. I recall another match against you that I started diving on one of your fleets. And really got hammered for doing so. Oh my, the defenders are getting shot at by missiles. Didn't think about that problem, did I? Which... This is coming right from below me, so there's nothing I can do to protect myself against them. The flak of the
Deploying countermeasures.
defenders is worse than useless. I will try a different technique though. trying to figure out which defender is being targeted and have this one will raise.
Yes, sir.
This one will try and slip underneath. And flak left. Well, let's see how that tactic worked. Probably not that well.
Missiles incoming.
The Minerva survived the assault. Oh, I love the Manicore guns. I remember that from ways back. The Manicore guns are so much fun. The flak trick actually worked though.
On, Commander. Yes, sir.
Way out of range.
The secondary battery. Full attackers.
And still the Minerva lives.
Yes, sir. On, Commander. So say we all.
Cancel flak. See, that's interesting. I never knew that the defenders could shoot up at anything. They have some one of their gun mounts can slightly go upward. Never know. I haven't even figured out which gun it is on it yet. If he gets too far underneath, he can't. But if he yaws away a bit, he can still smack him up a bit. Interesting.
On, Commander.
Best guess, it's the flak guns that are mounted on the primary hull.
Okay.
They extrude out enough to be able to aim up.
Yep. I was like happy, fat and happy above a defender in a game, and all of a sudden he started shooting me, and I couldn't figure out where he was coming from. It was like, whoa! I just learned something about the defender that I did not know. That when you click on the defender, there is some upward capacity. There's it's not that high an angle, but it can definitely shoot up when it chooses to. Oh, I see those torpedoes have not got to the Minerva yet, and the Minerva's probably going to turn and defend against it. Or move up.
Target acquisition is screwed. Get me manual controls now.
Manticore is holding up with all weapons.
So say we all.
So it's like chasing turkey. It reminds me. Is that any naval history?
What?
It's like when Halsey gave orders to his aircraft carriers in World War II to chase down the Japanese fleet, but defend a landing at the same time. And in the end, the fleet, which had overwhelming superiority over the Japanese, did not do either of the jobs well. Some the ships actually almost slipped through and could have got to the landing. It was just lucky and
Yeah, basically Taffy 3 was the only one standing between them and the land.
yeah. So we're talking about the same battle. I don't remember the name. I just remember Halsey was overall in command, and he gave some very conflicting orders. But Halsey's most devastating opponent was a pair of Typhoons in the end. So the defenders are proving have some value, although my defender has got no bottom armor.
System repairs underway.
He's losing some hull points too. But he is shooting down at a vastly superior target.
Yes, Commander.
So the Manticore is the fastest kilometer ship in the game. There's no way I can outclimb you. Basically just some secondary Battlestar artillery is just shooting up and just pacing them from a little bit from me. Oh yes, and the torpedoes. Forgot about the torpedoes.
Yeah, this battle here was lost the moment it started.
Oh well, we'll try to get in the habit of playing again. I'll try and reserve a week. I'm on vacation this week, so I've got extra time. That's why I decided to get back into the live stream habit. Can't really go wrong with appearing with Commander Valak. He gets some very inventive fleets. Some of my best rated games in terms of audience are games against you.
On, Commander.
Going for the combined fire sure if the torpedoes would do the most good plan of action. Atlas is such a tough ship that it's hard to kill. I think the Conquistador is going to survive the turn in spite of the fact that it's got, I think, 14, plus 6, 44 guns hitting it. Because it's like factory fresh, hasn't been touched. The defender. How did I do that? What'd you do the right defender up with? Probably just shot him from the bottom. Well, my plan to save all my ships from being surviving the game, that went out the way with Jumbly Bumbly's idea. It's a dumb idea also. There's a particular player who likes to have no casualties among his campaign. If he gets any casualties, he replays it until he gets no casualties.
That's definitely a hard challenge to complete.
Yeah, but it's also like it doesn't give you the idea of what's war. War is a little dirtier business than that, as our.
Yeah, but it's more meant for the challenge of seeing if you can do it.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
People do no death runs in many games.
Oh, really? It's not just
all of the time.
Probably doing it. Okay, I didn't know that. Oh, there is the. I think the best way to do the Manticore, who is surviving very nicely, by the way, is to shoot up from the Battlestars, even though that's a bad solution with stuff down below that needs to get hit. But from what I recall, the air went completely. These guys are not needed. They need a day off in the pub. Recall.
Yes, Commander.
Click on the Artemis. I'm looking forward to seeing your campaign review too. I want to see which campaign it is. I'll include that as a special segment in my video as well.
I mean, at most, you're just going to see my devastated fleets.
Maybe I'll give you some wise and sage advice. I doubt it, though. I have no good. Well, your Artemis held up very well under heavy pressure. And your Manticore still lives. Is it taking any damage? It's gradually getting ground up there. And turn. Fighters, land on your Battlestars. Finally, the Manticore goes the way to the great shipyard of the sky.
Yeah, there's really nothing more that can be done here.
Yeah, just gonna see about doing the how much more. They were already shooting, I guess, as secondary target at the Atlas. Okay, well, let's not drag it out. Let's missile it and see if it can wipe it out in one turn, because bullets are boring. Okay, let's do my ship counts. Mercury, no hull points lost. Got 1 kill. Saturn, 2 kills. Solaria, 3 kills. Defender, no. Whoa, Defender got a kill. Must have been the Manicore. No kills on the second Defender. No kills on the third Defender. Okay, so how am I going to see your campaign to record it? I guess I could switch to watch you on Twitch or something like that, right?
I mean, I'm just gonna be showing it. I'm not gonna like play it.
Oh, okay. Maybe.
I'm just showing you it.
Alright, so you know what I'll do is I will suspend the recording temporarily. I'll do my replays later. But I shouldn't waste disk space on the recordings. So
And this was a massacre, honestly.